What Bill Clinton had to say about supporters of Donald Trump. Give a listen here from Florida.
The other guy's base is what I grew up in. You know, I'm basically your redneck.
The other guy's base. That's you, Brad. Stand up and be counted. Brad Blakeman, Deputy Assistant President George W. Bush, and Miki Consta, host of The Filter on Sirius XM Radio and a Democratic strategist. To both of you, hello.
Hello.
Wow, bunch of rednecks. That's all you are, Trump supporters. Bunch of rednecks. What do you think, Brad? Damage?
Look, I think it's worse than being called a deplorable, because redneck has a racist tone. Bill Clinton knows that. He admits that he grew up in that era of racism where he knows exactly what redneck means, especially beyond southern borders. So I think it's worse, and I think Bill Clinton owes not only Trump supporters, he owes the American people an apology. And listen to what Hillary Clinton said in the debate. She wants to be a president of all the people. Well, guess what? She just not only alienated a huge group of Republicans, but I think she offended the entire American people.
Does he owe America an apology, Miki?
No. Brad, that's why they pay you the big bucks. That's why Bush paid you to be a great messenger, because you took something that Bill Clinton said, saying that he was a redneck, and that's what Bill Clinton said, is that he grew up in the Deep South. And the reason he said this was because he was trying to illustrate why he understood. He really could get into the mentality of why a base of supporters in the Deep South supported Donald Trump. But then he later went on to say that Donald Trump is not going to solve their problems. Donald Trump is not going to solve the economic problems that they're facing, what they're dealing with in the Deep South. And that's something that Bill Clinton can independently, uniquely
Miki,
describe.
you're pretty good at your job, too. Because in that same speech, he said they go into West Virginia, and all those people are watching Fox News, Coal Country, all those bad people.
Hello.
Right? All those bad people. All you bad folks who are watching Fox News. It's basket, Miki.
He doesn't say bad folks, but he does talk about group of base voters.
What do you think he was then implying?
I think that he's talking about a group of base voters, not all the Republicans, not every single Fox News watcher, but a group of base voters of Donald Trump's, the white working class vote that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are fighting over, that want to go back to a time, and Bill Clinton does say this, where the white man really was more successful than pretty much every other demographic.
Oh, now, this is a racist remark.
It sure is.
He's a white man.
Are you alleging that it's a compliment? Are you saying that what he was doing was complimenting the Republican supporters of Donald Trump, especially those living in the South?
There's a pretty firm line between a compliment and trying to identify a base of voters that he
was being derogatory. That's what he was doing.
Okay, you know what's derogatory? Saying that you're going to ban Muslims, saying sexist things about women.
We have debated that over and over again. Address Brad's point, Miki.
Was he being derogatory? No, he was joking. He grew up in the Deep South, and he's Bubba. His nickname is Bubba. Let's be real. If there's anybody in the race who understands the Deep South, it's Bill Clinton. It is not Donald Trump. You'd be surprised if Donald Trump even visited the Deep South before he was campaigning.
The coal people don't like us anymore. They all voted for me. I won twice, and they did well. You know, I'm basically your standard redneck. That's what he said.
That's what he said, because he grew up in that area and he understands the needs and the struggles that they're facing. But it really comes down to the economy.
He's still a redneck. Apparently he's still a redneck, because if he claims that he comes from that area and that he was a redneck, then perhaps he still is a redneck. Do you say he's a redneck?
That's not for me to say. That's, he was the one who self-declared himself a redneck. I don't think it's something that is really up for debate. People have made comedy careers off of using that word. It's part of their branding. I think that, it's for a white man to say that it's a racist thing.
I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm not a redneck, okay? And I take offense at anybody who would dare call me
You're not from the Deep South. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you hurt? Are you offended as a white man who comes from privilege?
Offended.
Okay.
Yes, I am offended.
All right, enough with the privilege. You guys have been struggling so hard your entire life.
I work for everything I got.
Let's get real.
Okay?
Come on.
Is that where this is going?
Playing the victim.
Is that where this is going, Miki?
I think that's that's what it is. I think that we're,
Wow.
you know, there's a group of voters that think that they're being, they're the ones who are being marginalized. But the real people being marginalized.
Well, you just dropped the white privilege bomb here.
Well, when
Defend that.
he said that it was a racist comment. Since when has anything in society been racist against white men? Name some instances. That's what it is.
See, that's exactly what we shouldn't be doing in this country. We shouldn't be pitting people against each other. Hillary Clinton said she'd be the president of all the people, those who voted for her and those who didn't. She even said she misspoke when she said the word deplorables, and now Bill Clinton throws gasoline on the fire and takes it to a whole new level and then uses a derogatory term that everybody knows.
We've seen it in the past.
Racism.
No, Miki, wrap it up here before you get back to Brooklyn quickly.
I live in Astoria.
Southern Brooklyn.
No, I mean, it really comes down to this. He was making a comment to talk about the problems that a group of voters face that he identifies with, that he grew up around. Now, Brad, you're the one who used the word racist. You're the one who brought that in.
Yeah, because I know what the term means.
Okay. All right. I'm sure you felt a lot of racism in your life, Brad.
Oh, come on, Miki.
Well, he said it.
Come on.
What am I supposed to say?
Back to Astoria. I love Astoria, by the way. Great people.
Greek.
I would never say anything defamatory about them.
I appreciate that, Bill.
Thank you.